I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm interrupting a private moment. Don't know what these two are up to. But anyway, we're back in the nether perimeter again, and piglins are going to be a big feature today. But before we get to that, I've got a little bit of building to do, and I need to show you what I've been up to between episodes. Right, so yes, here we are in the nether perimeter, all cleared out, ready to get a wither skeleton farm up and running in the middle. And as you'll see, I've made a little bit of progress since last time, just building up the boring redstone at the bottom, and this is basically just for the sorting system. Because normally in the overworld we'd do this with water streams, but because we can't do that, we've got these crazy slime blocks pushing everything around, and we're going to have a sorting system going along this way. And I'm going to try and get some auto crafting built into that as well, so we don't have to do too much messing about crafting. But the way this works is we stand on this pressure plate here, and things just get pushed around. So the slime blocks there pushing things towards us, they'll get sent across there, the honey block sends them that way, and then that slime block over there will send them across into the sorting system. So pretty straightforward, and this is from a design by Strom, and I have built a very basic version of this before in a skyblock world, but this I'm doing the proper one now. But I'll have a link to his video in the description if you want to follow along and build this yourself, and it is a really great farm, so I'm very excited to get this up and running. But first, I should probably mention some of the things I've been doing between episodes. So I have been collecting a few things, all the stuff that I'm going to need for this farm. And I've also cooked up the ancient debris that we got last time. And I have almost a stack and a half of netherite. So I'm definitely going to need to treat myself to some new netherite gear, aren't I? But we'll get this done, and then we can have that. The main thing I've done really, apart from stocking up on rockets again and cooking up netherite, is build this thing over here. Which I haven't done a very good job of mob proofing, because we have blazes spawning on top of it. But this is going to be the tunnel that goes into the main nether hub that's like right down that way. So I need to get some iron trapdoors on top so we can just run down there really quickly, and I also need to get the iron bars going to the end, and then obviously spawn proofing the outside of it. But that's pretty much it. So I've got this going right down into the nether hub, and also right to the edge of the perimeter down this way. So normally we'd go along here in a boat, but we can run along here really fast, and even faster if we have trapdoors above us as well. So I think the main difficulty today is going to be collecting the piglins. So the build itself is not too difficult. The most complicated bit really is this redstone at the bottom, which I've already done. And I've also spawn proofed these few obsidian blocks I've got up here, which might sound a bit silly, but while I was building this, I had blazes shooting at me all the time. It was ridiculous. Even just in these spots, there was loads of spawns. This is the drop shaft here, and from these platforms, we're going to have nether brick going all the way around the outside. In the middle, it's actually going to be built out of netherrack, and the reason for that is we need to put wither roses on every spot, and you can't do that on nether brick or any other like stone material, so it has to be netherrack or soul sand, or you could use dirt, but I thought netherrack would be the best one to do. So from there they drop down, get pushed along into the middle, so there's a little bit more redstone, but it's nice and simple compared to this, and then that's it really. But the thing that we need to capture 6 piglins and get them into this farm, and that's not fun, is it? So I don't know where I'm going to do that. Obviously, we don't have any land reasonably close, so I think the best area is going to be over here. I don't have a crimson forest around here anywhere, but there is a lot of nether waste, and they do spawn there, and I have had a few spawning. I've got that one trapped down here in this boat, but I think that's going to be too difficult to get him up here. And what we need to do as well is make sure it's the ones with the swords. We have one there as well. No, he's got a crossbow. We don't really want the crossbow guys because they can shoot with the skeletons. Although we can get them to run out of arrows, so that might be an option if we get desperate. But I really just want to get 2 of them onto the first platform, and then we can get the rest of it built, and that should be the farm working. Right, so I'll just dump some stuff, and we'll get some of this nether brick. And I'm going to spawn proof these with the heavy weighted pressure plates, because obviously any blocks I place up here, they're going to be instantly spawnable. So we'll get those all spawn proofed as well, and then we can sort out the bit in the middle where the piglin goes, and hopefully get a couple in there. And building this up was fairly simple. I just did it in sections so I didn't get too far away, placing the nether bricks down and then spawn proofing them straight away. I also did the ring right around the middle with the black stone wall on the top, and then just went all the way around the edge. Tons of nether brick and the iron pressure plates on top, and I thought I had plenty of nether brick before starting this, but yeah, I got through quite a lot. Yeah, so this is all the nether brick I've got left, so definitely not enough to get the other 2 platforms done, so I'm going to need to do something about that. But the good news is we do have one done, and I've also built one of the traps where the piglin is going to go, and that will attract the wither skeletons over to this trap, and then they're going to fall down, and we do need a little bit below that to sort those out. But first, let's just have a quick look up here. So I need to grab some more nether brick, but what we're going to do is drop them down into here. Now I believe that's a glass block there, isn't it? Can't see very well. Let's get rid of that. So they are going to drop down into here. I can put the glass block on top, and then we can just put the nether brick on top, and then this will be the next platform. I'm going to have another piglin here, and then another one there. But this will also be repeated at the other end, so we're going to have in total 6 piglins. So I think the first thing we need to do is just do this one. Now, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. I do need to go quite far this way, so I'm thinking this is going to be the best area where they're going to spawn. So to increase my chances, I may have to do a little bit of digging over here, maybe build a little bit of a platform that's outside the perimeter, obviously. And then hopefully, if we keep flying back and forth, we may get them to spawn, and then we just need to name tag them and get them over here. And that should be it. So I need to get the bit down here built as well, where the skeletons are going to drop into this bit. But I think, first things first, I want to get this first piglin in, and hopefully it'll be an easy process, and then I'll know what I'm doing for the next few. So I need to build a bit of a bridge over here for it to run across into, and then, yeah, just keep flying back and forth and get them spawning. How hard can it be? Okay, so I don't know if you can see from here, but I've got a path of slabs going all the way over there, where I'm hoping we can get some piglins spawning. But I've just remembered I need some name tags. So just crafted an anvil. So let's get this down here. And we need 6 of these, don't we? So I might as well do this. What should we call them? Skull bait. Yeah, why not? Let's go with that. And you go here. And this is definitely going to work, is it? I'm going to definitely get them in there nice and easy. So let's just have a look at what I've done up here. So I have built the other one of this section. And then, yes, it does look a bit of a mess, but it will all be here eventually. So what I'm thinking is I can get them to chase me along here because I don't have any gold armor on. Run into this bit, and because I've got jump boost, I can just jump up here. And with these being trapdoors, they'll probably try and run and get me and fall in there. Simple as that. Now I just need to name tag them, put a glass block on the head, and we're done. And that should be it for this bit over here. So again, same over here. I'll just break this slab, build up a wall over here, and then it'll go in there. That's definitely going to work, isn't it? Yep. Definitely. Let's go do it. Okay, so at the end of this path over here, I did dig out a little bit of a platform, and it looks like we've already got one on there. I don't believe it. And he's got a sword as well. That is absolutely perfect. Right. Is it worth name tagging him first, or is that a bit... No, let's just get him to chase me. Right. He's chasing me. Let's, don't die. Come this way. This is going well. This is a really long path, though. He's still chasing. I'm running slightly faster. Don't know why that is. And are we anywhere near? No. Should we let him catch up? No, that's not smart. Why did I do that? I'm not even running now. That's really not smart. Okay, right, we're going to do this. So if we run up here, and he's going to chase me into here. There you go. You're stupid, but you're in there. That's what I wanted. Brilliant. That couldn't have gone any better. Right, so I jump down there. Is he going to be able to get me? No, because that's the second platform. Okay, right. Can I get you with this? No, that didn't work. Can we get down here? Right. You're angry, but you are now skull bait. And I need a glass block. I believe. Where is it? Just there. You're in. You can't get out. Skellies can't get it. You can't get the skellies. They'll fall down there. Right, so I just need to do that one more time for this platform. And I can get this first platform built. Although I need to do the stuff below as well. Right. There's still stuff to do. But progress. Right, I wasn't even recording there, but this guy just dropped down onto the platform above me, and I am already set up, but I was hoping to have a little bit more prep time for this, because this is a little bit more difficult. Because my jump boost doesn't reach to this one, I've had to set up a thing on here, and is he still there? He's really close. Right, so if I jump on this, close that, he tried to get me, but come on. No, you're stupid. Oh, you're really stupid, because right. Okay. Ah, still stupid. Alright, that's good. Okay, so now I need to name him as well. Where's he got? No, it's not that one. Okay, note to self, don't leave block on the side they can walk onto, because that was silly. No. Alright, oh, I'm on the wrong side, that's why I can't get down. Okay, you're skull bait as well. I just need to get that glass block in there. Can I do that from here? Probably not. There we go, you're in. Skull bait. Nice. So that is the 2 piglins for this platform done. So all I need to do is fill in this whole area with netherrack, but as I go, top them with wither roses as well. And that means that only wither skeletons will be able to spawn, because blazes and zombified piglins and magma cubes as well, they would all take damage from wither roses, so they won't be allowed to spawn in them. So only wither skeletons can. But I don't want to do that, because then we're just going to have wither skeletons dropping out of these trapdoors and onto my redstone down there. So I need to set up a little bit of a trap that pushes them into the drop shaft that goes into the killing area. So I think we'll get that done first. and then we can get these platforms done. Right, so this thing is fairly simple. We just have slime block pushers pushing the wither skeletons down into the trap. And then above this one, we have a couple of platforms of blue ice with, again, slime block pushers at the end. And that'll push the wither skeletons into the middle and down into the main one. And you may notice while I'm building this, a couple of wither skeletons did spawn. So that means we can give this thing a test. Okay, so as you can see, we do have 2 wither skeletons in there. But the problem I have is this sword is not really that suitable. Partly because it's sharpness, and we should really be using smite. But also because it's got knockback on it as well, and I don't want that for the sword that I'm going to be using for killing these. Because what we're going to do, as you can see, we can't actually get to them at the minute. So what we have here is armor stands in a dispenser. And all we're going to do is hit this and rely on the sweeping edge to hit the wither skeletons. But when you hit these things with knockback, they go all over the place. So it's better to not have that. But we're going to try it anyway. So all we need to do is step onto the pressure plate. All the pistons start moving around, and we can test this as well to see if anything we get from these goes along there. Now, I'm not expecting a skull, but we'll get a couple of bones and coal, won't we? So let's just do that. Right, so if I hit this, it's probably going to go flying. But did that kill both those? Yeah, so both those dead. And I didn't pick anything up. But as you can see down there, we have some coal and some bones. So that is pushing everything along there, which is great. So, yeah, I'll get a sword sorted once I get this built. But right now, I need to grab some of these wither roses and get up there and build a platform. But to build the platform to put these on, we need some netherrack, and I don't have any over here, which was a little bit of an oversight. The stack's not going to do it, so let's go grab some of that. I can get this thing built. Right, so I'll try to be fairly methodical doing this, just starting in the middle, placing the netherrack, and then placing the wither roses as I go. So that means when the mobs did start spawning, it would only be with the skeletons, because if blazes or skeletons started spawning, that could be really bad news. So I brought 9 stacks of each with me, and I got all of the netherrack placed, but for some reason I've got 1 wither rose left over, which means I've missed one somewhere, and for the life of me, I can't find it. But the good news is we do have plenty of wither skeletons in there, so we can now actually give this a proper test, and you never know, we might even be able to get some skulls from this lot. So stand here, turn this on, and just swipe away at this. And did that actually kill them all in one go? That is brilliant. And what have we got on there? We have skulls, multiple skulls, that's good. And we've still got them dropping in, even just from that one platform. This is absolutely crazy. This is I haven't got one platform built. See, I've got this section at the end, which is pretty dangerous because they could probably fall down there if something went really bad. See, I definitely need to change this sword because this knockback is, yeah, it's a bit annoying. But anyway, let's go see what we've got. So I don't have anything on me at the minute. What we've got down here? 4 skulls, just from that. This is going to be good. Right, so I did get that first platform finished, and the wither skeletons are still flowing down, and this is absolutely crazy. And I've just been stood here for a little bit, swiping away at these things, and I've done pretty good. I have been having to fly down here and fly up again, so that's why I've added this glass staircase in. But in here, this is what we've got so far. Over a stack of skulls already, and this is only from one platform. I've also had to start crafting the coal into blocks and the bones into bone blocks as well. It's just ridiculous how much stuff I'm getting from this. So I definitely need to get a sorting system built, and also, judging by this, I need to get some auto crafting going as well. So I suppose it would be sensible to do that now before I build the other 2 platforms, but no one ever said I was sensible, so let's get the other 2 platforms built. Yes. Okay, so after a few hours, we now have a fully working with a skeleton farm, and I just love standing here watching these things fall down. Obviously, killing absolutely tons of them, and I did have way more levels on this, but I've just been across to my gold farm, grabbed a few books and a new sword, and I've got this one now, this skull extractor. And the main difference here, we have smite 5 and looting 3, but no knockback. So when I hit this armor stand, it doesn't fly all over the place like it does with my main sword. So this is the one I'm going to leave here. I should probably get an item frame, put it up here, keep it safe. But that's a minor detail we can worry about later. For now, you'll also notice I've also built up the sorting system. So if we, yeah, you just, whatever. So anyway, while I was building this and before I built the sorting system, I did come over here and kill quite a few of them. And yeah, we already had 2 stacks of wither skeleton skulls, which is absolute madness. And I've crafted up all these bone blocks and coal blocks as well. So definitely need to get the auto crafting going. So down here, I've built a sorting system, and it's a little bit different to the item filters that I normally do. But in the world download I use for this farm, this is the sorting system that it had in there as well. So I've just built the same thing, just keep it nice and simple for me. And I am definitely going to do some auto crafting with this because these were pretty much filling up just from the little bit of testing I've done. So I've crafted up a load of coal blocks and a ton of blown blocks as well. Got a load more bones to do, and I just can't be bothered to do it. That's why I've left those in there. So yeah, these are starting to fill up again. But if we just have a look down here, what we've got, yeah, another almost 5 stacks on top of the 2 stacks we've got up there. So yeah, this farm is definitely doing its job. But I want to get the auto crafting done because I really don't want to do it anymore crafting these things. It's just so boring. And I was trying to cram in the design that I used on the iron farm and the gold farm, but then I realised I don't need to do anything so complicated. So with the crafters, normally what you do is you take a comparator off the back of them, and once they get to a signal strength of 8 or 9, I think it is, you give them a pulse and it'll craft whatever you're crafting. But with this, I don't need to do anything that complicated because all we're crafting is coal into coal blocks, and coal can't turn into anything else. So all we need to do is basically just have a really fast clock constantly pulsing this, and once it fills up, it'll just craft it and then move on to the next one. So that's nice and simple. And for the bones, even though there's 2 stages, that is exactly the same as well. So the bones can only turn into bone meal, and the bone meal can only turn into bone blocks. So we don't have to worry about other recipes accidentally getting crafted, like you need to do with iron and gold and a few other things. So I can just have something like this. So yeah, I may need to bring this out by 1. So what I'm thinking of doing is just having a redstone line going all the way down here, an observer clock at one end just to have a really fast pulse, and then an observer watching that redstone line and constantly pulsing the crafters we've got at the front. So for the coal, we only need 1. And then for the bones, we just need 2. We don't need to do anything complicated with the redstone either. So if we just I don't have another crafter, but if we had another one there, this would power this, but it would also, because of quasi connectivity or some other complicated reason, it will also power the one in front of it as well. So we don't need to do anything complicated, just a redstone line at the back and these observers looking at it, and it'll work. So we'll basically just have chests or barrels or whatever we have at the front. And I'm going to do something better than this. I just got tired of jumping up here all the time. So yeah, I'll get all these crafters in. Actually, no. Let's talk through it. So I'll go get some crafters, and we can have a look at doing this. Right, so let's see if we can get this working. I'm hoping, if I just place a redstone line at this height, we should be good. So I'm just going to put this here like this, and it won't interfere with the sorting system we've got above, hopefully. And I have already had a problem with this thing. It completely drained out all the filters, and everything just completely broke. But I'm hoping it's just something I did wrong. I probably missed one of the filters. The sword got in there, and the signal strength got too high, and it just broke everything. But anyway. So let's do a clock here, like this. No, let's go one. No, I've done that the wrong way around, right? Let's go that way. Like that. And then we're just going to have that like that. And then if we just put this all the way along here, that's going to pulse that. And then that is going to do that really quickly. So if I just do, let's put a chest on the front first so it doesn't go everywhere. Like that. And I'm going to have one for each of these slots. So I'll probably actually think about it, because this is going to fill up quite fast even though crafting into blocks. We'll probably have the chest going this way, and I'm going to get rid of all these as well, and then I may need a way of emptying these out and like condensing them into a single chest, but maybe not. I can just come down here if I need all the stuff. So I'll go into there, but I may have this one further out because I think the bone ones are going to come out one far, just so it's all nice and neat. But anyway, let's have a hopper on top of there, and I think this should actually be it. So coal's going into there, and that should craft into a block and go into that chest. Right, there we go. So that's it. Simple as that. So I don't know how quickly this is going to go and if it's going to be able to keep up. Obviously nothing's coming in at the minute, so it's just going to go through the backlog. And I don't have that much. I've crafted most of it up. So it's the first chest that tends to take most of it. So I may need to split this one out into 2 crafters, but we'll see how it goes and can adjust from there. But we have 12 chests going along here, and I did have originally split into 6 for coal and 6 for bones, but you get way more bones. So what I've done is split it into 5 for coal and 7 for bones, and that seems to be working out alright. So I'm going to stick with this for now. So where's the first? Right, this is the first bones one. So what we'll do, let's have another observer. Is it there? Yeah. Do the redstone like that, and then all we need to do is have 2 crafters like that, and then we'll put a chest like this. So what I could do with that is just move that one out, and if I just have a hopper, actually if I just had another observer on there, that'd work better, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that. So that is pulsing both of those, as you can see. So we just need to put a hopper into here, but what I'm going to do is just click these, just so the bones don't take up more than 1 slot. So we'll put that on there, that'll turn that into bone meal, and then that turns the bone meal into bone blocks. And that's it. So simple as that. So that's coal and bones completely done. So I just need to get the rest of those in for all this. I'll get these moved out of the way as well. Tie these up a little bit, and then we can have a look at the end result. Right, so I've got all that done now, and I'm just stress testing this a little bit. Just hacking away at these wither skeletons, getting a few items flowing down there. And I think these crafters are more than keeping up, to be honest. So if we just have a look down here, I did exactly what I said I was going to do. So I've moved these ones forward a bit and just put another observer at the back, just to carry the signal along, and that makes them in line with these. And then we just have the double crafters over here for the bones into the bone blocks. And I have moved everything. I had a load of chests down here and a nether brick staircase coming down, but I've got rid of all that, and I've also moved the items that we had in that chest up there. So there was a load of bone blocks, coal blocks, and a couple of stacks of wither skeleton skulls. So I've got all of that moved down here now, and these are more than keeping up. So these chests are usually empty by the time I get down here. So yeah, all the items that are coming down, they get crafted straight away and into these chests. So the ones that are a little bit further on, as I said, they don't tend to get much in them, but the first few are definitely keeping up. So that is really good. Bone blocks, I mean, that one's already full pretty much. That may have been manual, some of that, but still, we're going to get tons of bone blocks. So it may even be worth going another step and putting a shulker box loaded on here, but I don't have a shulker farm yet, so yeah, maybe not. Anyway, just keep an eye on this and I'll move them out if I need to. But the wither skeleton skulls, I mean, look at this. Nearly 8 stacks. Which is absolute madness. So yeah, I know I've spent 5 episodes on clearing out this thing and this one building this farm, but for this result, I can't really complain too much. I'm definitely going to keep hacking away at these. I want to get up to 9 stacks so that I can do an absolute ton of wither fights. And obviously I'm going to cheese them all, I'm not going to fight these things properly. But I've also put this tower of sea lanterns here, and that is just so I have something to build off, because I do want to do a bit of a design around this room. It's probably going to be maybe 1 block up from this, maybe at this level. And then we can fancy this up a bit. We're not going to see any of this redstone at the back. Probably put some stairs along here, and then upside down stairs above the chest. And then we can have some kind of fancy room. I'm thinking, because we've got all this coal and bone blocks, we should probably use these. But I also want to supplement that, because these aren't the greatest blocks to build with, because we don't have stairs or slabs or anything. So if we maybe have black stone to go with the coal, and then we could have quartz to go with the bone blocks, and then that gives a lot of options for building. I like the sea lanterns with it as well, so I may even use some waltz wood to go with the green, but I don't think that's going to be something for today, because I've spent enough time doing this now, and I may even have a break next time and do something different from the nether. But I do have a lot of work to be doing. I've got a lot of stuff to clear up. I've got a lot of shulker boxes up there. I have a couple of storage areas that need clearing out. One that's way over that way, then we've got one right at the top up there. Also, I want to get rid of these as well, because I really should have done this, but these TNT dupers are still live, so I need to get rid of all this TNT, because if these accidentally get set off by a gas shooting them or whatever, they could completely destroy all this over here, so I'm definitely going to get that done. But I think we're going to leave it there. Got an absolute ton of work done today, got all this with the skeleton farm done, got all the storage done, and also crafting as well, so got to be happy with that. We will make it look pretty eventually, but not today. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.